Are you ready to face the truth about the inevitable changes that happen in every person's life? One day, each of us will go through signs that not everyone notices, those subtle hints that come with entering the final chapter of life. These are not just signs of physical decline. They are quiet whispers from the elderly, gently reminding us that time never stands still. If you are caring for an older adult, or you have aging loved ones in your life, these signs are not only important, they are the key to understanding and loving them more deeply in their remaining days. Before we begin, go ahead and leave a positive affirmation in the comments below. Think of it as a small promise to yourself that attracts goodness. For example, I will always cherish and love my family. And do not forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel so you never miss out on any valuable information about senior care. Together, let us create a space filled with kindness and love, where every single day feels like a precious gift. Now, let us dive into 4 important signs you should never overlook. Signs that can help the older adults around us live their final years to the fullest. Sign number 1, unusual behavior and subtle goodbyes. When older adults become aware that their time may be drawing near, they may begin to show changes in behavior. These changes are not always obvious, but they are subtle signs of mental and emotional preparation for death. As old age approaches, they may start to accept the impermanence of life. These shifts are not always easy to spot unless we pay close attention. They are a natural response from both the body and the mind as they gradually come to terms with the fact that life is no longer long. During this process, their personality may shift. Someone who was usually quiet may suddenly become more open, sharing stories and emotions they never talked about before. Sometimes they say things like, "My time is coming soon," or "I do not think I have much longer." These words might make us feel anxious, but in truth, they are part of an inner process of saying goodbye. They are not cries of despair, but rather gentle signs of acceptance and readiness. In some cases, they may begin doing things they never did before, like organizing the house, giving away important belongings, or passing on sentimental items to children or grandchildren. These are not just practical gestures, they are emotional ones as well, signaling a desire to wrap things up and make things easier for those left behind. We need to pay attention to these subtle shifts and spend more time with them in these final moments. Even the smallest change could be a sign of a profound journey they are going through. Listen to their words. Do not brush them off or ignore them, because what sounds casual may actually be their way of saying goodbye. Every moment spent with them is precious, and it can make them feel loved and at peace. Our presence brings comfort, and it also gives us a chance to show how much we love and appreciate them. Sign number 2, a significant decrease in eating and drinking. As older adults approach the end of life, one of the most noticeable signs is a change in their eating habits. With age, the body no longer experiences hunger or cravings the way it once did. Their internal organs begin to weaken, and the digestive system stops functioning efficiently. Their body no longer absorbs nutrients the way it used to, and they simply do not feel the urge to eat. This leads them to eat less, skip meals, or take in only small amounts of food during the day. The desire to eat gradually fades, and not feeling hungry becomes a natural part of the aging process. Their body no longer needs as much energy, so their appetite decreases accordingly. This shift in appetite can be quite noticeable. Older adults might lose interest in the foods they once loved. Meals that used to bring them joy may no longer appeal to them, and they often eat far less than before. In some cases, they may skip full meals altogether, only sipping a bit of water or eating a few spoonfuls of porridge. As their intake drops, their energy level decreases and rapid weight loss can become very apparent. When their body no longer receives the nutrients it needs, their overall health may begin to decline quickly. For families and caregivers, it is important not to force them to eat. Trying to push too much food when the body cannot digest it properly can make them feel worse. Instead of pressuring them, we should focus on making mealtimes as comfortable as possible. Offer soft, easy-to-digest foods and consider smaller meals spread throughout the day. This helps older adults eat more easily without feeling overwhelmed or uncomfortable. And instead of stressing about how little they are eating, concentrate on keeping them at ease and allowing them to enjoy meals in a gentle, relaxed way. Sign number 3. Memory loss and confusion about time and space. As aging progresses, memory decline is one of the most common signs. The brain's function and memory capacity slowly weaken over time due to the natural aging process. Nerve cells stop working as efficiently, which especially affects short-term memory. Older adults may forget very recent events, such as whether they have eaten or not, or they may lose track of minor details in daily life. This can make it harder for them to recall recent experiences and affect their ability to care for themselves or interact with others. In addition to forgetting recent events, they might become confused about time. They may not know what day it is, and sometimes they cannot remember important dates. They might even forget major milestones in their life or mix up past and present events. In some situations, they may not recognize family members right away, which can be very worrying for loved ones. Another sign to watch for is when they frequently talk about people who have already passed away or seem to be reliving old memories. This is not necessarily a sign of a serious illness, but rather a natural part of memory decline. When faced with these signs, it is important to be patient and avoid scolding them. Confusion about time and space is not their fault. It is a result of cognitive decline. Rather than reacting negatively, gently guide them and help them recall the information they are struggling with, without adding stress. It is especially important not to make them feel ashamed or embarrassed. Spend more time with them. Talk with them. Create a stable and familiar environment. Your presence and love can bring them peace and help ease their worries about memory changes. Sign number 4, sleeping much more than usual. As older adults near the end of life, one of the clearest signs is a shift in their sleep patterns. The main reason is that their body is growing weaker and they need more time to rest and recover. Sleep becomes a natural way for the body to cope with fatigue and reduce stress. When energy levels are low, the body turns to sleep as a form of healing, even if it cannot restore them the way it once could in youth. This change is often very noticeable. Older adults may sleep for many hours at a time, sometimes nearly all day, without waking up frequently. Their sleep becomes deeper, and it can be harder to wake them, even after long periods of rest. When they do wake up, they may still feel tired and lack the strength for daily activities like conversation or walking. This reflects the overall decline of the body, especially when they no longer have enough energy to stay alert or engaged like they used to. While this might cause concern among family members, it is often a natural part of aging. If you notice your loved one sleeping more, try not to panic. At the same time, keep an eye on other signs like reduced appetite or less communication. If all these changes are happening at once, it likely means their body is asking for more rest and recovery. Rather than worrying, create a quiet and comfortable space where they can feel at ease. Remember, extended sleep is not always a sign of illness. It may simply be the body's way of preparing itself. Still, if sleep becomes excessive and is paired with ongoing loss of appetite and energy, spend more time with them. Make sure they do not feel alone during these restful hours. So why do these signs begin to appear? Here are the reasons why older adults tend to decline more quickly near the end of life. Understanding these causes can help us make sense of this process. 1. Natural biological changes in the body. As older adults approach the final stage of life, one major reason they decline faster is due to the natural biological changes happening in the body. With aging, all the organs in the body begin to function less efficiently. This is a natural process that every one of us will face. Organs such as the heart, lungs, liver and kidneys, which once worked powerfully in youth, gradually become weaker and can no longer function as effectively as before. This decline not only slows down their operation, but also reduces the body's ability to defend itself against illness, leaving older adults more vulnerable. When the body can no longer maintain its essential functions, they become more prone to illnesses, and weakness begins to set in rapidly. This deterioration is not always obvious at first, but over time, the signs become clear. Seniors may feel more tired, lack energy, and no longer have the vitality to participate in daily activities. The weakening of internal organs also means that the immune system is not as strong, increasing the risk of dangerous health conditions. Even though they might still feel okay from time to time, their health is slowly declining, and their ability to maintain life functions is steadily weakening. The best thing families and loved ones can do is to understand and accept this as a natural part of life. When we recognize that this process is unavoidable, we can create a peaceful and gentle environment for our elderly loved ones. This helps them feel calm and comforted during their final days. A stable, warm, and loving atmosphere can give them a sense of peace, helping them feel less anxious about the changes in their body. We should strive to make their surroundings stress-free so they can fully enjoy their last moments in comfort and dignity. 2. Underlying health conditions that progress silently. In the later years of life, one reason older adults may pass away sooner than expected is due to underlying health conditions that progress quietly, without clear symptoms. Conditions like heart disease, diabetes, high blood pressure, kidney failure, and liver problems are very common in older people, but often they do not show obvious signs right away. These illnesses can develop silently, which means the person may not even realize their health is in danger. Many seniors live with these conditions for years without knowing the damage they are causing. Because the symptoms can be so subtle at first, these diseases often go undetected until they become serious and much harder to treat. Take heart disease, for example. In its early stages, there may be no chest pain or shortness of breath, so the person assumes they are still healthy. Diabetes and high blood pressure can also develop with very few symptoms, gradually weakening the body without the person noticing. By the time these conditions become severe, the body's organs may no longer function properly, leading to rapid health decline. When illnesses are discovered too late, treatment becomes more difficult and less effective. Many seniors do not seek medical help early on because they do not notice any strong symptoms, or they dismiss small signs as part of normal aging. As a result, the illness can suddenly take a serious turn and cause irreversible damage. That is why routine health checkups for older adults are so important. Regular medical exams can catch these silent conditions early before they become life-threatening. Even when there are no symptoms, routine screenings can reveal the first warning signs of serious diseases, allowing for timely treatment and the chance to prevent them from getting worse. 3. Lack of proper care and attention. One of the reasons older adults may pass away more quickly is due to a lack of emotional and physical care. As people enter old age, they face many changes, both physically and mentally, and when they do not receive enough attention and support from their family, these changes can become even more serious. They often can no longer take care of themselves the way they used to, which makes proper care, both emotional and physical, more important than ever. Without that support, older adults can feel isolated and unimportant in the lives of their loved ones, and that has a negative effect on their health. When they feel lonely, they often lose the motivation to participate in daily activities. They may stop eating properly or avoid interacting with others. That sense of loneliness does not just affect their emotional well-being, it also takes a toll on their physical health. When they are not given the right care and attention, depression can set in, and their overall health can decline more quickly. Without enough involvement from family, they may feel useless or disconnected from life, and that can severely lower their quality of life. The best advice for loved ones is to spend time with them, talk with them, and include them in social activities. Simple things like going for a walk, reading together, or doing small tasks around the house can help them feel less alone and keep their mental health stable. These little actions make a big difference. They help older adults feel seen, cared for, and deeply loved. And that love has the power to improve both their emotional and physical health. These are signs that many people might overlook, but if we ignore them, we could miss the chance to truly care for and cherish our loved ones during their most meaningful moments. Even the smallest changes carry an important message, a quiet call from the heart of our elders. And it is our job to listen and to treasure every moment with them. Take time to show your love. Be there for them. Let them feel the warmth and comfort of your presence in their final days. Before we wrap up this video, do not forget to leave a comment sharing how you feel and make a commitment to love your family even more. For example, I cherish my family. If you found this video helpful, go ahead and hit the like button and make sure to subscribe so you do not miss any valuable information about senior care. Thank you so much for watching. I wish you and your loved ones health, happiness, and peace. See you again in the next video.